Hello internet, it's I the Roshi, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. Mostly I wanted to do a Q&A. See, since I started YouTube way back, I'd occasionally get some questions in the comment sections. And you know what? That's awesome. I love answering these questions and interacting with you guys, but I feel like a lot of the same questions get asked over and over again, and I have to keep answering those questions. And to be honest, I probably still will after this video, because a lot of you are going to click off right after you see that it's not directly 100% Genshin related. That's fair, but I feel like I need to make this kind of thing anyway, just to address some stuff that is talked about in general. But I figured that if you have any questions for me regarding Genshin, my channel, myself, whatever, feel free to write them down below, and maybe in a future video, I'll answer them. So yeah, I'm not really attaching anyone's names to these questions because they tend to be repeated for the most part. So I took them and I kind of generalized the questions, if you will. Let's get started. Will you stream your Genshin Impact gameplay? I'm just going to be honest with how I am. If there is a chat on the side of my screen as I'm trying to play a game and focus as to what's happening in the story, I have trouble focusing as it is. You think I'm going to be able to talk to you at the same time? And then like 6 of you are going to say the same spoiler over and over again? Like, there's no way. There is no way at all that I'd be able to do that and make it fun for both me and you. I know some people don't care about that, they just want to see the experience, but for me, I want to actually enjoy what I'm doing, and for me to enjoy what I'm doing, I need to be looking at it. I need to actually be doing that thing. I love streaming though, so I can't say that I won't stream forever. I think I will be streaming at some point in time. However, it will not be anything story related. It would just be me fumbling, messing around in the game itself, maybe just doing some side content here and there, you know, probably after I catch up. So it's going to be quite some time, because I need to catch up with all the Archon quests first before I even consider doing something like that. And believe me when I say that I'm doing it the hard way, I really am, because like most other channels out there, I could just stream my gameplay, post the VODs here, make money from that, and that's great. You know, that's a great social thing. That's awesome. I want that, but I chose to make it hard for myself because I want to pay attention. What do you use to make your videos? I make everything on a laptop and a webcam and a few other things. I actually recently started to add Amazon associate links in the descriptions of my videos. So if you go to a more recent video, you can actually see the core items that I use to make my stuff. The majority of it is pretty inexpensive compared to what I probably could or should be investing in. I don't have a lot to work with, and this is stuff that I've collected over time. If you are interested in anything like that and you go through my links and purchase something, then I will technically get a small percentage of that purchase. But I also want to mention that if you go through one of those links and you go somewhere else because you're not interested in that, you're interested in something else, but you still went through that link to start, I will still get a percentage, because that's what the Amazon Associates thing does. So if you ever feel like helping me out, check out those links, or at least use them as a starting page when you go and make a purchase off of Amazon. I would greatly appreciate that. No pressure though. I know how it is. Trust me, I do. What are your favorite and least favorite things about living in Japan? So this question was asked when I was living in Japan. As of right now, I am no longer in Japan. I have moved back to America, and I've been back for a couple months now at this point in time. But as far as my favorite and least favorite things, I mean, the obvious favorite things are like food, stuff like that. It's beautiful, you know, there's a lot of nice places in Japan. It's very clean compared to other places that I've been and have seen in the world. To round it up, I'm going to say a good and bad thing is convenience and efficiency, because when Japan wants to be efficient and convenient, they are very good at it. However, there are some things that are the complete opposite, like their business culture. Sorry, Japan, it's old and it's outdated. But hey, at least during your lunch break, you can go down to the convenience store and get like a real freaking meal, buy an extra pair of socks, a charger for your phone if you lost or left yours at home or something, and then go to a vending machine and get like $1 coffee, and then get back to working your overworked hours that you don't get paid appropriately for. Yeah, but yeah, Japan, beautiful, great food, super convenient. Working there, not so much. Will you react to more Genshin Impact music? The answer is yes. Of course, the music is amazing. I believe the next one I want to listen to that has also been highly recommended multiple times is Azdaha. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but I know that he's like this geo monster guy that I think has history with Zhongli, and I remember in a version trailer I was not a fan of that voice acting, but I'm sure the music's going to be awesome, and who knows, my opinions about that character in general could change because I'm very close to Liyue stuff in my gameplay right now, so that's gonna be cool. Looking forward to that. If he appears in Liyue, I don't remember. I'm gonna find out. I believe there was a video that I saw that had all of Genshin Impact boss music. I do want to listen to that, but I am going to wait for myself to complete more of the game before I do that. I don't want to listen to every single little thing before I get to it. I do want to experience it as I get there. But I'll give it a re-listen anyway for that video, because why not? Sometimes I think I might get so wrapped up into gameplay that I'm not fully focused on the music that's happening in the background. So I do think it's good to have these kinds of videos where I take that time and attention for the music itself. So yeah, that's the plan. Will you make a video about? There have been a lot of suggestions, a lot of requests, a lot of questions regarding what videos I'm going to be watching. Will I be watching certain things? And maybe. There are a lot of videos being requested that I do have an interest in seeing. Some of them are like story teaser segments from cutscenes from Genshin. I will be seeing those when I get to them in the game. And if they're from some event that's been locked away, don't worry, I have a plan when I get to them. When it comes to watching content that other creators have made, specifically lore-based, I'm not gonna watch it. For example, I know there are videos made by Ashikai and Chill with Aster. They have had videos recommended to me a few times through you guys, and I'm sure they make great content, no disrespect whatsoever, but I am also trying to do my own thing. So I'm trying to live and experience Genshin in a way without influence coming from elsewhere, because then it won't mean anything to me if I react to a lore video or a theory video about some idea that I had, and then they said a thing, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, I agree with that. And then what do? I just said, yeah! I just become a reaction channel. The only way I would watch those videos at this point in time is if I were to already make a theory about a certain specific thing that they've covered, and then I compare what I came up with to what they came up with, and then have that kind of discussion. It looks like they make banger stuff, but I just can't for my own principles. And I hope you understand that. This isn't your average reaction channel anymore. Otherwise, I wouldn't spend 30 minutes talking about a 2-minute trailer. It would make no sense and it'd be a waste of time. So, my apologies. Are you going to play other Hoyoverse games? I will be expanding from Genshin and cover other Hoyoverse titles as well, but let's be honest, Genshin's not going away anytime soon. I still have so much more of the game to go. There is more of the game to be released. It will always be here on the channel and returned to. But for me to mix it up a bit, there are going to be other Hoyoverse titles mentioned on this channel where I pretty much do similar things as I've done for Genshin so far. Reacting to character demos, checking out trailers, playing the game for the first time, exploring stuff, looking into the lore, trying to make connections between these worlds. Possibly. Anything can happen, I just can't promise when it will happen. You say you're an animator. What have you worked on? So yes, as you have noticed in some of my titles for my videos, I say animator reacts to enter thing here. I went to college for animation, I graduated with a bachelor's of fine arts in animation, and then I've jumped around and done a bunch of these little jobs, mostly freelancing stuff as like a graphic designer or illustrator for some projects. I was like the head of animation on a startup company which didn't go anywhere. I kind of actually left it because I wasn't really happy with the direction they were taking things in. I'm not going to mention any names. I've also made an after-school program where I was teaching animation to kids, essentially. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So there's no big projects with my name on it, but I have done a lot of jumping around here and there and have started a few programs in my own town and neighboring areas where I have essentially led those programs. Actually, when I was in Japan, I think my first year, I met someone who had worked for Hayao Miyazaki. And they actually tried to get me in on whatever their next project was going to be. However, plans fell through and they didn't need my help. I also can't speak fluent Japanese, so that didn't help either. Would you ever consider hiring an editor? Oh, let me tell you what now. I would absolutely love to hire an editor so I can increase the rate of how I upload, because as you guys know, my uploads are not very quick. It's lucky to get like 2 videos out of me in a week. I wish I could do 3 to 4. However, I am a one-man production team. I set up everything, I record everything, I organize everything, I edit everything, upload everything. It's all me. It's a one-man show, everybody. And if I could have a small team to delegate other responsibilities to, that would make my life so much easier, and I'm sure my channel would flourish a lot more. I like editing and I would still do some of it, but honestly, there's a couple things that would just save me some time. For example, making shorts for my channel. I should be uploading shorts every day. I don't have the time to look through all of my stuff to make a short out of it. I do it on occasion and when I want to kind of mix it up a bit to give myself a break from other things. And then when it comes to my gameplay series now, that's been a lot of fun. But I'm also rewatching hours of content to put something together, and it's a little rough. So yes, if I could hire an editor, I would. I plan on doing it someday, maybe, but it also depends on how successful this channel gets, because as of right now, I do not make enough money to support myself. So I am unable to give other people money, and I would also feel really bad if I tried to hire someone for nothing. I know there's a lot of people out there that are just like, I just want the experience. Yeah, but morally, that hurts. That hurts a little bit. So it's something I have to figure out. Maybe if this grows, I can do that. And hopefully it does, because that is going to determine, honestly, whether or not I can keep on doing this. At the same time, I do want to say thank you to everyone who does watch my videos, who does recommend them to other people, who sign up to become members for the channel. I appreciate you so much, and you are the reason why I'm able to do this at all right now. If I had no members, this channel would have been gone like a month ago. That's just the reality of the fact. So yes, believe me, I would hire an editor and possibly other people in the future to make this more of a smooth operation. It would be fantastic. And this leads into the final question that I have for now, which is, I am unable to become a member through YouTube. Are there any other ways I can support your channel? And to answer that, I'd like to announce, yes, you can. As of right now, I have a Patreon that is active, so if you wish to support me through Patreon and not YouTube, for whatever your reason may be, you can also support me there. The only difference is that the apprentice tier is literally 1 cent more because I couldn't make it 99 cents on Patreon. However, at the same time, we'll say that cent goes to you being able to leave comments for me on Patreon, and my attention is brought to those as well. It won't get lost as easily with some of the other stuff on YouTube. So there you go. There's the cent difference right there. But yeah, so if you wish, you can support me here on YouTube, you can support me on Patreon, you can go from one to the other. It's the same benefits on both the apprentice, the scholar, the professor tiers. You get the same stuff, and that's pretty much it. There will be links in the description below for all these things that I've talked about today in this video. Yeah, thank you so much for supporting me, as you guys do. I appreciate it so much from the bottom of my heart. And please don't forget that if you have any additional questions for me, please ask them in the comment section of this video, and I'll try to make another one of these someday in the near future where I get to answer those once I get enough of them. That's it. Stay tuned. More good stuff is on the way, and thank you again for all of your support. I can't say it enough. Until next time. Shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.